I do you not think I could? I could just sit here, just... Fashion.
It just makes you look really dumpy.
What do you mean?
Really? Fashion. Hi folks, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where every week I am going to round up the bitchiest people I know, my friends, to review Drag Race UK Season 2. And this week, my gorgeous pal, Layla Sphynx.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. Lockdown treating you well?
Skinnier than ever.
Oh, okay. Well, you've gained... No, I've gained what you've lost.
Yeah.
I've... You can tell that I've
Which
been
is a lot.
Thanks.
I meant me, not you.
Wow.
That's not what I meant at all.
You can tell we've been in lockdown a while if you look at my city, because I'm starting to look like it.
Oh gosh, whatever.
But yeah, we thought we'd be creative, we'd get back into the game, and we're going to do that by reviewing Drag Race UK Season 2. I'd seen the episode before I got to watch you watch the episode.
Yes.
And your reaction was kind of spot on to where my reaction was, I think.
Right.
I think it's exciting that it's back. We've waited the longest time for it.
Absolutely.
We've had 12 seasons in the US since the last UK one.
Yeah.
And 4 All-Stars. So we're a bit dragged
a
out.
lot.
Yeah.
It's a
We're
lot.
a bit dragged out in America. And I'm just happy the UK one's back.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm really happy.
Do you know anyone that's on the cast?
I don't know anyone on the cast. I know like a handful of them. I don't know anyone personally. But there were a couple of surprises. There were a couple of people that I already kind of knew about. But yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it was like we had our guesses based on like, obviously last season was like every famous UK girl.
Right.
All in one room.
Yeah.
And then this season we were like, well, they've got to get the rest of the kind of UK celebs.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of like, they definitely ticked a few boxes. I think Joe Black's like a name that everyone knows, like up and down the country.
Right.
Been working for years and years. Jenny Lemon is a name that no one knows. Like no one knows.
No one. Again, she's a name that no one knows.
A name that everyone's heard of. X Factor.
Yeah.
What else has she done? Performed in Birmingham.
Big Brother. Nigella Lost.
Yeah.
Delia Smith.
Pointless. She was on I'm a Celebrity, I think, last year.
It's one of the bugs.
Yes. She has been the stunt double for Angelina Jolie in Wanted and Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Wow,
So she's been
amazing.
around.
True celeb.
True celeb. I think we've got a better representation this year.
Yes.
I think having a couple of Scottish girls in there who Lawrence
absolutely
I met once in Glasgow.
Right.
A very long time ago. I was working with club kids and I got really drunk. Met Lawrence for the first time and I got so drunk. You know when you get drunk to the point where your heels start to hurt so you have to take them off?
Yeah.
And I was wearing a thigh-high boot, but I was like, I'm representing club kids, I can't walk around barefoot.
Right.
And I managed to find in the bottom of my bag a pair of thigh-high socks. So I put them on, pissed, thinking no one's going to notice that I'm barefoot because I've got a thigh-high sock on.
Oh, that just shows how pissed you were.
Yeah, I was absolutely hammered. It was like a glitter party and I looked like, by the end of it, you know that girl that sits in the back of the car and just like that? That was me, just glitter all over my face.
Amazing, genius.
So that was fun. I think I knew every single person apart from, who's the Cluedo one? Veronica.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Green.
Mrs. Green.
It was Veronica Green in the workroom with a light there. Yeah.
With the wrong coloured foundation.
Yeah. We'll get to that. But I think representation-wise, it looks like it's going to be a better season than last season.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
So first things first, the
Yes.
queens enter the workroom.
Yeah.
First queen in, the fabulous Lawrence
Cheney.
walks in. I'm like, what was it? I'm like the Loch Ness monster, a legend. Yeah. I think Lawrence has kind of set themselves up to be the narrator.
Yeah, definitely is
this
the narrator.
season. I think Lawrence, in her attitude in the workroom, reminds me a lot of like Yumiko Hara.
Right.
Where it's, I'm going to tell all the jokes, and then the
Totally.
producers go, well, we're going to put them all in
Yeah.
because they're all great.
Yeah.
And that's like the vibe I'm getting from Lawrence.
100%, yeah.
Like straight off the bat, the shade, the funny.
Yeah.
She knows her audience. She knows the Drag Race audience, and she's kind of found that mesh kind of between the two.
Well, I think with Drag Race, especially with the first episode, if you don't get in quick, you get forgotten about really quickly. So I know that Lawrence has gone in there and it's literally drug, and they're like eating it up. So I definitely do see her as the narrator of the show so far.
Speaking of food being forgotten quickly, I've got no idea who was next.
Oh, I don't know who was next. We'll just reel through them.
Do you know who was next?
Who was next? Silence behind the camera. Wait, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Strawberry. Cherry.
Strawberry, cherry, blueberry.
That's it. Cherry was next.
Oh yes, because the headdress came off.
Oh yeah.
I thought the producers were gonna go, well, keep going. Like, we're gonna have to put that in. Like, keep going. Like, you can't do a retake. Like, do it again.
I don't think they let her do a retake. I think she just walked and went, no, I'm doing one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the look.
The look was beautiful. Well, so I was when the promo came out, I was afraid with Cherry that she would just be like a Boulay brother.
She did look very Boulay.
It was very like Boulay brother. And this look is still like quite gothic. Again, I don't know her personally, so I don't know if she is like quite a gothic queen or not. But beautiful. I thought the outfit was stunning, like so beautiful.
It's got that level of polish that you expect to see after the show.
Oh yeah. I don't think she has to mention that she's only been doing drag for a year. Like, I think now it's no longer impressive because you get the baby queens that come out and they look stunning.
Yeah.
Like, now we just want to see, like, what you look like now.
If you've been doing drag for 40 years and you look like that, then I'm impressed.
Oh,
because you're still putting the effort in.
Right, okay.
Like,
totally. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who was next. Who was after Cherry? Ginny? Already? It might have been Ginny. Anyway, let's just talk about Ginny because I like Ginny.
Yeah, I love Ginny.
Workroom look, classic Ginny,
Yeah.
hairy chest,
Right.
all yellow,
Yeah.
those high-heeled jelly shoes.
Amazing. Yeah, and I think she's the only one of this season where she's literally just going in it just for the fun of the season.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, she's taking it seriously, but she's not there to be like, I need this crown.
Oh,
like, she's there just to kind of, mix it up.
doesn't need the crown.
Yeah.
Ginny's got a career.
Right.
Regardless of whether she went home for episode 1 or regardless of when she wins the crown.
Yeah.
I think all through the episode it was just a case of, yeah, have fun home.
Oh yeah, there was no facade with her, whatsoever. Like, she's straight to the point with it all.
No.
Which I loved.
So Tia Coffee walks in.
Yes.
In an outfit of sorts.
Yes. Do you know, I kind of liked the whole reveal, no reveal. Sorry, lol, I don't have a reveal. I kind of like that.
She seems to have a humour about herself.
100%.
Again, not one that takes herself massively seriously.
No.
But I think has more of a fight in her than someone like Ginny.
Yeah. I think that's very signature of a Clapham Queen, though. I feel like they're all, on that scene, they're quite like that. They have, a hidden humour behind what they do.
Yeah. Any idea what the humour was behind the Primark dress and the thigh-high boots for the entrance look, or...?
I mean, it was humorous.
Yeah, we laughed.
We laughed. You laughed, don't be putting words in my mouth.
We found it funny. But, it was just a bit basic.
Yeah, it was.
This is the first time a lot of people in the country will have seen who Tia Coffee is.
100%.
Tia Coffee not being the most well-known queen.
No.
But yeah, Tia Coffee, I think, is there to have fun and just kind of make a name for herself a bit more nationally.
Yeah. Do you think she might be a dark horse, though, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I think, give her, something funny to do, an acting challenge.
Right.
She's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. I think she's going to be great. That's why I think she might be a dark horse. Be a
So
pebble.
Bimini walks in this pink outfit.
Yes. Very Playboy. Playboy, yeah, Playboy, Cock Destroyer. I know that she's very stripper pole dancer-esque, and that comes across.
Oh, yeah,
so it's good that her look that she walked in on sums her up, because it really does.
Yeah, from what I've seen of it, I think that first look is a good representation.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll get to the runway later.
Yes.
Speaking of other dancing girls, Tace. Looking gorgeous in that black and white with the 75 inches of human hair.
Yeah, absolute supermodel. Yeah, in the custom Adam Frost jacket.
Is that who it is?
That's
Adam
who
Frost?
it is. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah, she just walked in, she was stunning. To be fair, I don't even think she really needed to say anything.
I think the good thing about Taste is she looks like a bitch,
Yeah.
but I actually feel like everyone would get on with her.
Oh, yeah.
She's got that person, like, she appears to have that personality,
Right.
where she's just like, oh yeah, I'm pretty, but I'm firm.
Yeah, I think that's what you want.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that would kind of be the best way to sum up this cast. You have a lot of pretty girls, and then as soon as like the pause has been hit, they just turn into absolute goofballs, like
Yeah.
all of them. Like I don't think there's any of them that takes them too seriously.
There's one,
Well, there is one.
and we'll talk about horror now.
Yeah.
So, like,
There's a hot rap.
I think horror, her entrance look was cute.
Right.
The like Dorothy
Oh, it was beautiful.
kind of thing.
Loved it. I really
yeah,
did
it
love
was
that
cute.
entrance look.
It wasn't. It could have really tiptoed the boundary of costumey, but she seemed to do it so well that it didn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I wish the book was stoned. That was my only on glittered.
Yeah.
Just so it was like a crystal ruby slipper.
For me, she's like very well thought out. Like she's walked in there and she's got her little like entrance line
Yeah.
because she knows that it doesn't have to be too like UK specific so that it can kind of blow up globally.
Yeah.
Like she has all of that set out and you know fine well that that's completely planned.
Oh,
and I mean of
100%.
course why wouldn't you plan it? But I did love the look. The look was great.
I think they're definitely setting a horror up, and a horror's really helping them along to
Yeah.
be the bitch of the season.
Right.
We've already got that kind of really well established, like, she's gonna be the one
Right.
that like rubs everyone the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because she already started coming for other members of the cast before they'd even got to the runway.
But I mean again that goes with her well thought out plan that like that's what gets you the airtime. Like,
I think I just dropped an earring.
fucking hell, heavy earring.
I can't remember what we were saying. Something about horror.
Horror's a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something like that.
But wants to be.
Oh, well, yeah. But I mean, it gets you the airtime, so of course she wants to be the bitch.
Who else? We've Estina, if we're talking dancing
Estina.
girls.
Right.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Her fashion, which I know is like quite pedestrian, but I think I kind of love that. She's also, I've never met Estina, but she comes from like the Vogue dance scene as well.
Of course.
So I know like a lot about her. She's beautiful, and when she says she's like a dance and lip sync assassin, I can completely believe it.
Oh, yeah.
And those legs just go up and up and up and up and up,
Oh,
like the
100%.
most amazing legs. Like she was beautiful.
I think her look, from what I've seen of photos of her, she's like an off-duty model.
Oh,
She's like a model who has all the designer clothes and just wears them on a daily basis. But it's just
yeah, she's not trying.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's effortless. That's
Effortless.
that's the word. It's effortless, and I think that's something that a lot of the other queens are really jealous of.
Oh, 100%.
That she's just like, yeah, I can look this good.
Yeah.
In this grey, like sleeveless to the floor blazer.
Yeah.
And like everyone was like, all right, okay. And I think that a lot. Of
Oh,
jealousy-
yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's definitely because of the effortlessness.
Yeah. Ellie Diamond walks in,
Yes.
tall, goddess.
Yeah.
Probably the best makeup we've seen on Drag Race UK.
Oh, yeah, she's
I'd
beautiful.
go ahead and say that. Like, before her, it could have only been Vivian. And I think
Right.
Ellie's makeup just looks so much more. It's drag, but more. It's just graphic. It's cool. It's.
I don't understand how she gets ready so fast. They have
Yeah.
such a limited amount of time, and she looks so put together.
Every time as well.
Yeah,
Like,
every time.
She, like, every kind of image I've seen of her as well, she always just looks. And does it from head to toe as well.
Yeah,
Does
which
the
is
wig, does the
insane.
face, makes the outfit.
Right, and they don't get a lot of time to prepare either.
No.
So that's insane that she did all of that.
They get, what, 2 weeks to prepare for Drag Race?
Which
So in
is-
2 weeks, she's made, what, 14 looks, 14 wigs?
Like, she did not sleep.
And she's a
those 2
cobbler.
weeks.
She's made 14 pairs of shoes. She's a jeweler. She's made 14 sets of jewellery. She's a pilot. She flew herself to London
Right.
from Aberdeen.
Right. Go on.
She's a
Anything else?
musician. She wrote the theme tune, sang the theme tune. Who else we got to talk about?
Joe Black.
And
Sister.
sister. Forgettable.
Yeah. From the promo, I thought she was really gonna be like something else.
Yeah. A promo sets her up to be a completely different queen than what I'm seeing on the show.
Yes, 100%. And I kind of liked the entrance look. It was a bit like hodgepodge, as the Vinegar Strokes would say, but like it was a bit like hodgepodge, but I kind of enjoyed it. The The muzzle, I don't fully understand that.
Well, I think on a handbag, she had like a blue circle with red lips on. She was holding her handbag in front of her face, and then she.
Right,
moved
but I
her
want to know
handbag.
what came first, the face or the handbag.
And it was. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I did either.
I don't get a thought process for a lot of, and we'll talk about it more when we kind of get to the runway. But a thought process behind everything she kind of put on the stage tonight, I couldn't work.
Right,
it out.
yeah, I think I just missed it. I missed the concept of it.
Yeah, and that's an issue.
Yeah.
I think looking at the entrances, the entrance that you would want to have would be the entrance Joe Black had.
Oh.
Where everyone in the room went, oh my god, it's Joe
Oh my
Black.
god, it's Joe Black.
You don't want to have the entrance of Cluedo,
No.
where, like, if you take, like, compare them, Veronica Green looked like she turned up at a meet and greet. And she'd been doing drag for 6 weeks, and she was really excited to meet all
Oh,
the
right,
other
as the
queens.
fan.
Yes.
Oh my god, I thought you meant as the artist. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
what?
No, so, like, she's the fan who's, like,
Right.
made her own dress, and
Right.
her mum styled her wig.
Well, for me, to be completely honest, I thought it was like a genuine, like, piss take. Like, I'm gonna walk
thought
in,
you were
this is
gonna
gonna be
say-
my entrance.
Skin condition.
No.
I thought it was a genuine skin
No,
condition.
oh, no, that's a whole
Because
other
for
thing.
me, it looked like they took the head off a burnt Ken doll and stuck it on a Barbie.
Right.
Like
100%.
there was a massive disconnect.
But yeah, if it was a
Barbie.
purposeful like piss take, then I would love it. Like you rock up to like RuPaul's Drag Race
Looking
UK
the
season
worst.
2 with literally that outfit that every drag queen has seen.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Trixie did like a variation of it. It's very like James Mansfield. I'm sure he shows you how to create that look on his YouTube.
Well, it's not even like it's got nothing special to it.
Right.
I think if I look at every other workroom, Tia Coffee excluded, there was something special about it that I went,
Right, and by now you should know that your entrance look has to be something special.
yeah, because this is the first time, especially for someone like Veronica.
Right.
Veronica, is that right?
Veronica.
Veronica? Especially for someone like Vicky, who has...
Our Vicky. We're sticking out in front of all of them now.
But no, especially for someone like Veronica, who no one knows who you are.
Right.
This is your first time that anyone is going to see you across the country, and you're going to wear that?
Right.
You're going to look like the ugly purple one from the Quality Street? And then
Oh
be
my
like...
God, that's what she was like,
yeah.
wasn't it?
But then, massive mistake of going around going, I'm such a huge fan. To
Oh
every
yeah,
other
you don't do
queen.
that either.
You need to be like, act
You have
like
to be
you've never
kind.
heard of them.
Yeah.
Like,
You can be kind and stuff, but you don't have to like. But he is adorable though.
do you think?
Our drag, I do think he's adorable.
He reminds me of that comedian from Britain's Got Talent who does the Natalie Cassidy impression.
Oh right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really skinny. Philip, I think he's called, or something like that.
Right.
He reminds me of him.
Green. Was he not called
Philip Green, yeah, it was.
Maybe they're married.
Veronica Green, Philip.
That's
maybe?
what I'm saying. They're not
You
the same
ever seen them
person,
in
but
the
maybe
same
they might be
room?
together. They'd make a good couple. But yeah, but I think he is
Ugly
like.
kids.
I think he is adorable out of drag. But I thought that was a purposeful piss take.
I think it's all an act.
I hope it's all an act. And
No,
then
no,
it'll be
I think
genius.
no, I think he's bad at drag, but I think the personality's an act.
Oh, see, if it was on purpose, like had she have come out in that outfit and then purposely done like an orange like tan line on
Yes.
the face, that would have been funny. But then as the episode went on, I was just like, oh,
No, that's
she's
just,
not taking
that's
the
how she
piss, is
does it.
she?
When she turned up for the mini challenge in the orange, she looked like an extra from like Kath and Kim or something like that.
Right.
It
Oh,
was really
yeah.
that kind of vibe of just like, oh, are you meant to look
Oh,
horrendous?
Yeah,
But
it could all be an act.
no.
No, maybe not.
But yeah, so you don't want to be a Vicky.
No.
You want to be the Joe Black.
The Joe Black.
You want to walk in the room and everyone be like, wow.
Oh my god, gorgeous,
Yeah.
beautiful. Actually, Joe Black is the only one that I've met.
Mm.
I think I met him like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe, and just a genius.
Yeah, puts on a show.
A true artist.
And it's the kind of show that like I like to watch.
Right.
It's the kind of show that like a lot of people need. He's UK drag.
Yeah. Oh, the epitome of
Yeah.
UK drag.
And it's you want to be that queen that walks in and everyone knows your name. You just be like, hi girls.
Right.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Like
Right.
that. It was class.
Yeah.
Not like class.
Oh, it was proper
like,
class.
it was class.
It was class. Very classy.
Proper Bella.
Wax Alexa Christie Bella.
But yes, so the runway theme was British icon,
Yes.
gay British icon, and a look that represents your hometown.
Right.
And I think we had a really important moment in the
100%.
workroom with Tace and Estina, mentioning that when they were growing up, that there was no black icons for people in the UK.
Right.
So when I was thinking about what Tina and Tace were saying, and I try to remember like the black people that I seen on TV when I was growing up,
Right.
I could only think of Trevor McDonald and the guy from Newsround.
Right.
And then you mentioned earlier when we were watching Ainsley Harriet.
Right.
So we can only remember being kids, the black representation on TV being 3 black men
Right.
who they weren't even like celebrities as
No.
such.
Not
One was a
really.
chef and 2 were news reporters. So it just shows the kind of marginalisation and where times still haven't really changed for
Right.
people of colour, that black women are vastly underrepresented
100%.
and black people in general are vastly underrepresented. And I
Yeah.
think it's so true what Tace and Stina were saying, that they're going to be a beacon for people of the next generation
Absolutely.
who are going to look up and see 2 black queer people on TV,
Right.
and it's going to change their lives.
100%. Yeah.
So we move on to the main stage. So Ru does look gorgeous in this rainbow kind of
It was beautiful.
like hosting kind of very Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
That kind of, and the hair was stunning.
Yeah. Tits were great.
Yep. Everything looked good. Speaking of tits, Michelle Visage looked gorgeous.
Amazing.
And just a little pink blazer. I am waiting for the kind of break in the season where the
Where the
streak
streak
will
comes
appear.
through.
Because now I've seen her with the streak. I don't like
amazing.
her with just black hair.
Yeah, no, me neither.
But speaking of grey hair, Graham Norton looking amazing as well.
Yep.
I love Graham Norton.
Yeah, I know. I love Graham too.
I think he just fits in really well on the cast as well, because I think he's always been that cheeky kind of.
And he is very dry with his humour,
Yeah.
isn't he? So it's very take it or leave it with Graham.
I wish he got drunk.
Oh my
Like
god.
when he hosts Eurovision, because
Yeah.
then he just gets catty and bitchy.
That
I
would
think
be
that I
amazing.
prefer.
Yeah.
And then guest judge this week, the gorgeous Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah. She was beautiful.
She looked amazing.
Yeah.
That red kind of gown with the little cutout, the shoulder pads and everything. And her voice.
Very class.
Yeah, it's just, there's something about her that's just amazing.
Yeah.
So, first look was gay icons. Let's just work down like a list of who was on the show.
Right.
So, let's start with Tace
Yes.
doing her Naomi. I think Tace's Naomi was more Naomi.
Yes.
It was definitely the long hair, and I always picture Naomi in short.
Which right. Yeah.
Whereas Estina's was obviously a lot more.
Yeah.
Or-
I can't remember what runway that was from. But I do
No.
remember her in that runway, but I can't remember who it was for. I think it was Valentino maybe or something.
But
Right.
it just didn't, like, Tace's screamed Naomi Campbell to me because it was just very short with legs, and that's how I picture Naomi.
Yeah.
So it was like a massive, like, yes for me.
Yeah. I understand why Estina chose that for Naomi, because I remember I'm sure that was a huge thing for Naomi because she came out of retirement for that show.
Okay.
And she didn't have anything on, much like me, so the breasts were out. So I understand why she chose that, but and again, she's very like pedestrian, so her fashion, there's not a lot of like glitz and glam and whatever else, but it was still Naomi, but I definitely preferred Tace's Naomi.
Yeah, I think that was my favourite Naomi. A horror, when we watched the episode and like the kind of runway themes were announced, I said I would probably do Vivienne Westwood as well.
Right.
Who would you do?
No, I think I would maybe do like, on those similar lines, like something like Alexander McQueen, Isabella Blow, like something like that.
Isabella Blow.
Isabella Blow would be great.
We'll put a picture here to educate the children.
Yeah, if you don't know who
idea
Isabella
who we're
Blow
talking
is.
about.
Gorgeous. Yeah, I think I would probably have done Isabella Blow.
What did you think of the horrors, Vivienne Westwood?
Do you know? I don't know what to think of it. I understand it, but I think for me, and yes, it's punk and it's Vivienne Westwood, but a lot of it was just I didn't see the theme throughout. It was, I'm gonna throw this on, throw this on, throw this on, throw this on. The makeup was great, but I wish you would have chosen one side or the other and had it across the whole face. I don't think you needed to have it like a down the middle face, Vivienne Westwood. You could have, I would have rather have seen just like a crazy wing and like smeared lipstick, like to really make it like punk. I don't think she had to think too hard about what to do in the face.
I think the problem for me was she looked like she was wearing Vivienne Westwood.
Oh yeah.
Not being Vivienne Westwood.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see Vivienne Westwood.
Which is what was my issue with it. It just seemed a bit too young.
Right.
For who Vivienne is. It should have been lots of layers to the floor.
Yeah.
T-shirt, maybe a graphic T-shirt with like a Save the Whales. You know, that,
she needed that like crazy eyeliner and like the lip liner, and that would have been enough.
Ellie Diamond as Lily Savage.
Nice.
Lily Savage, who really I'm waiting to lip sync against Michelle Visage.
Oh,
for the
from this
of the season.
Oh my god, from this episode. Yeah.
And Michelle.
So much shade.
Michelle obviously hates Lily Savage for
Yeah,
whatever
that's
reason.
what you got from this episode. Yeah.
A lot of shade there. What did you think of Ellie's interpretation of you?
I liked Ellie's interpretation. I think it's hard because of how tall she is. So for me, the hair could have been a little bit bigger, and there could have been maybe a little, like, maybe Lily Savage wouldn't have worn like a crazy dress with like a train, but I would have preferred it to have like a crazy train.
But like, that was my issue with it. It was, I think Ellie is kind of perfect being tall to be Lily Savage.
Right.
Lily Savage is towering.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Lily Savage in long.
Oh no, yeah, had you done like a mini skirt?
Yeah,
like,
that's
like...
what it is. It's the mini. I think when I think of Lily Savage, I always think it was an episode of Lily Savage show where she was in a cow print boob tube, mini skirt, and jacket.
Yeah.
And something like that just screams Lily Savage to me more than what Ellie was wearing.
Yeah. If you came out like in a black thigh high with like crazy like fishnet tights and a mini skirt, I would have got that.
Tartier than what Ellie made her. Ellie made her too classy for me.
Yeah, she did. It's true.
We've talked about Estina's Naomi, Joe Black's David Bowie.
Michelle, I don't understand what your problem is.
Me
I don't understand what
neither.
your problem is. I thought it was fucking beautiful.
You looked at it and you went, "That's David Bowie."
Yeah, I thought
There
it was
was
fucking
no
beautiful.
denying who that was.
I don't understand what Michelle wasn't seeing about that look.
The problem with Bowie is he reinvented himself as much as Madonna.
Oh yeah, over and over.
So
and
that's
over.
like looking at someone who was dressed in like a gentleman prefer blondes pink, compared to someone who's dressed in Madonna's punk like Met Gala look, and going, well, which one's Madonna?
Yeah,
they're all Madonna.
They're all Madonna.
There's no signature Madonna look, the same way there's no signature Bowie look, and that's why I think Michelle was really wrong. Michelle just hates Lily Savage and Joe Black.
Yeah, I mean, clearly. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, from this episode, I mean, that's what I got
Yeah.
from it. But yeah, I don't understand how she didn't see that wasn't...
It was just... she was wrong. She was wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
We're
Michelle,
just
but
gonna
you were
say
wrong
you
on
were
this
wrong.
one. You really were.
And she's watching, so she knows. You were
Clearly.
wrong. Cherry Valentine,
Yes.
who did... Freddie Mercury.
Mercury.
Yes, Cherry Valentine, who did Freddie Mercury. I got it.
I got it. I've seen it a lot.
Yes. I wish she'd done something different.
Yes.
I wish she'd maybe been in like a white cat suit with the red stripes up the side and a short yellow jacket or something, and then just like a pixie cut.
Oh yeah, that
something
would be
like
great.
that would have been really cute, like an amped up kind of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Pretty.
But that Freddie I've seen in
It was
every
the
drag
obvious
show.
direction to go.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're going to do Freddie, you could have came out in jeans and a vest, and if you'd sold it properly, it would have been Freddie.
Oh yeah,
And I
had
would
you
have
done like a
preferred it.
crazy cinched high-waisted like jean,
And a
even
white
if you'd
vest.
flared it out with like a that would have been beautiful.
It would have been so much. It wouldn't have been predictable, which is what my problem with the look was. It was predictable.
Yeah.
Ginny Lemon as Kate Bush, hilarious.
Genius.
It was
Genius. It was
and you
amazing.
knew who it was instantly. And the thing, this is where I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit, but Ginny picked the obvious Kate Bush look, but it worked, and that was the right Kate Bush look to pick.
But it was Ginny Lemon's Kate Bush.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I won't have seen that at any other show. Like that's
Yes.
Ginny Lemon. Like,
And like, it's the jelly shoe again.
Yeah.
The red tight. I loved it.
it was great. Yeah.
Tick. Vicky,
our Cluedo.
Cluedo, Veronica.
Our VG.
Is it Veronica?
Veronica.
Veronica will be nice and use her name. So Vicky, she... so Veronica as Boy George.
Yes.
That was a man.
Yeah, it's like, yes, enjoyed the look, but even just in a heel. Because the fact that she was in a flat, the way that she was just walking and whatever else, and fair enough it's Boy George, but I wanted to see like a more draggy version of Boy George.
The makeup is what upset me the most.
Right.
Because it just looked like a boy in makeup.
Right.
And I think even Boy George wore more makeup than what Vicky had on stage.
Probably.
Veronica.
Yeah.
Vicky, this is going to be
sorry,
our season. But yeah, it just felt a bit too masculine for me.
Right.
And not in like a great way.
Right.
It reminded me of when Milan did that Janelle Monáe look.
Oh, right,
It
okay.
was like just very mannish. That
Yeah.
was my issue with it.
Okay, yeah.
Especially because she had Boy George's actual legitimate shoes on, which is cool, but they were way too big for us. It made her feet look big. So it looked
Yeah.
even more like a man.
Yeah, so it made her look clumpy.
Tia Coffey as Alan Turing.
Yes. Love the concept. Incredibly detailed.
Yeah.
With the coding, rainbow, love that. But did not get him from that look.
No, I think Tia Coffey heard the assignment and went, "Oh, a look inspired by a gay icon."
Right.
And
then
think,
wrote like a 25,000 like
yeah,
essay on it. Like,
did a dissertation, broke it all down, put it in a shredder, picked out the numbers, put it all back together, and went, "That's the look."
there's the fabric. Done. Yeah.
Like it just.
Love the inspiration.
Yes.
Love all the meaning behind it, but that's not. Had she have come out on the runway and the audio was off, I wouldn't have a
I
clue
wouldn't have known
what it was.
I would have just went, "Oh, that's a cool suit," and then I would have
Right.
sat for ages trying to work out, is it Dale Winton? Is
Right.
it like,
Right.
like
Yeah.
who is it?
Yeah.
That was my issue.
Got it.
Sister as Dusty Springfield.
Love the concept. For me, the dress should have been cinched because when she was walking, you can see the extra fabric just flapping around. I'm like, just cinch it. Fair enough, Dusty Springfield may not have been like cinched, but you're a drag queen. Like, just cinch it. Like,
It needed to be tighter or it needed to be bigger. So then Triple B as Princess Banana Hammock. Who was she?
yes, our little Triple B. Triple B was Princess. Oh, Julie.
Something. It's an East
Me
London.
Julie.
Me
That's what I'm
Julie.
getting from it.
It was an East London kind of DJ club kid person that I don't know. I'm not familiar with.
Right.
Not in an ignorant way. I just it never came on my radar before.
Right.
I thought the look was nice.
Do you know what? I love the look.
Did
I actually
you?
really did love the look. Even with the little fluffy slipper.
I like the shoe. The shoe I quite like. I just think everything was about an inch too long.
Right.
In the I wish the pant had just been.
She's a very
little
short queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the clothes just seem to swamp her a little bit.
Right.
But it was cute. It was alright.
Yeah. I think that is, when you look at that look and then I think of Bimini, I feel like that's what she is. She is one of those like new romantics in like
Yeah.
a cock destroyer outfit. Like, that's how I would like mash it together. Like, I feel like it would have made more sense for me had she have done a Vivienne Westwood look
Yes.
and been more punky with it, because I just see her as being quite like East London punk.
Yeah, it's very. When I look at Bimini, it's very much that like Charity Case. It's like that
Right.
kind of vibe of that kind of area where they're all very much. When they're not in drag, they've got a fur and a vest top on.
Yeah, it's
Like
like crazy
that kind
creative
of-
artistic person.
And it's very like Camden, very that.
Right.
And I appreciate that. I just don't think this look represented that as well as it could have.
Right. Yeah.
Just a little bit more. A little bit more. And then Lawrence as Diana Rigg, who you had no idea.
Who I had no
Diana.
idea. Yeah, sorry.
Diana Rigg, it was a good look. I
Yeah, it
think
was a good look.
The walk was batshit,
Oh,
Like-
completely crazy.
but it fit well.
Yeah.
There's this level of polish and professionalism from Lawrence
Yeah, she's
that
amazing.
I don't think any of the other girls have.
No. Like an overall, she definitely
Yeah.
has like an overall polish where I
It's-
feel like she can kind of do it all.
Oh, you could take Lawrence now and put them in America, put them in any city in the UK, and they'd put on a great show for whoever
Oh
was in
yeah.
the audience.
Wouldn't understand a single fucking word, but
Not
they'd
a
laugh
clue.
the whole way through it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think that's the charm.
Yeah.
I think Lawrence
Oh, she
would do
is. She's so
great
charming.
on QI.
Yeah.
I think Lawrence would do great.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, she would. She'd be amazing on
Yeah.
QI.
She'd do great. She's a great personality for television.
Yeah.
Whereas
oh, yeah.
if you look at someone like Taste, who I think has an incredible level of polish, I think she holds herself a certain way, so it doesn't create as good of a character for TV.
Right.
Whereas like Taste in the confessionals, there's the character there.
Totally.
In drag, there's that. Whereas Lawrence just lets it all go, and Lawrence just is what
Yeah.
Lawrence is. So, second runway look, hometown realness, or hometown homie, or
Hometown glory.
hometown hun.
Hometown.
That's what we're going to go with, hometown
Hometown
hun. Taste are representing Wales.
Yes.
Amazing.
Amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was like the perfect kind of representation of the Welsh flag.
Yeah.
Without it being like, it was literal, but fashion.
Yeah.
And I really like it. Was like a Christian Cowan, that kind
Yes,
of like
it was.
vibe. Really, really into it.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Really liked it. Second of two Robin Hoods.
Robin Hoods.
I prefer the horrors.
Yes, me too.
I got more Robin Hood from a horror
Yeah.
than I did from Tia Coffee's.
Yeah.
I just think the horrors look more. I loved her in the short hair.
Yeah.
I think it was
cute.
like a nice change. I feel like, not that we've seen her in many other things, but I felt like when I first seen her, it was going to be a lot of big hair.
Right.
So to see her in a pixie cut, I was like, oh, good versatility from the off. So I was a fan of that. Ellie Diamonds, Dennis the Menace.
Beautiful.
Really good, and made it herself.
Yeah.
Out of like cheap plastic.
Very similar to her entrance look, but the fact that she made it herself, beautiful.
I feel like she's going to be a fan of that silhouette of the.
Which is fine. Like, she looks beautiful in it. But yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
love
really
the concept
good.
as well.
Estina's East London Christian Cowan
Yes.
jacket from ASOS.
Again, very pedestrian.
Yeah,
Very good. Very put together.
but it's pedestrian with a label attached. That's the thing with Estina. It's designer clothing,
Right.
and I really like that.
Yeah.
I got the vibe of like that's the girl in the clip shop at the end of the night
Right.
getting a fight. Like that made sense to me.
Right.
So I was a fan of it.
I liked it. It just wasn't very standoutish.
No, but Joe Black's Brighton Pavilion.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
It was great.
I think that it was the sensible choice to go gold. I know the outside of Brighton Pavilion is white, okay? The inside of Brighton Pavilion is gold.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a concept. I think it worked. I think he looked gorgeous.
Also, I think that silhouette, a surprise for Joe Black.
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting
And
to see...
gold for Joe
yeah.
Black is a surprise as well. Like Joe
Yeah.
Black is just skinny black silhouette. Like that's
Yeah, so when
that's-
you heard Joe Black in the workroom saying, oh, well, I knew I had to, like, step it up.
Yeah.
I thought Joe Black did step it up.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
For like both looks, I think was just a good Joe Black way of doing something,
Right.
but showing a creativity and a growth. And
Totally.
I think the judges are so hot. Cherry Valentine's Darlington.
Yes, because we are close to Darlington
Yeah.
and know Darlington very well.
Yeah, I've lived in Darlington.
Yes.
I agree. The only standout thing of Darlington is the town clock.
Is the clock.
It was either that or she was going to go dressed as the big Sainsbury's.
Yeah, true.
She didn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
I think there was better ways to do it. I think if she just ditched the clock thing altogether and went with the train theme to a bit further,
Right.
Sexy train conductor in a leather pant or something like that with like a...
For me, even with the clock, you could have taken it further and you could have literally had, like, the cogs and stuff like that and had it as separate pieces, like,
that's
on the body.
cute. It's
Like
just
a-
like
what,
a
like a
good
clockwork
fitting
orange
gown
kind of
with like
like-
a big clock and cogs going down.
Yeah. That would have been great. And you could have had crazy, like, things, like, attached to the eye and, so, like, I think something like that would have worked better.
It just didn't feel expensive.
No.
It looked very homemade.
Right.
Which it probably was, but it looked it.
Right.
Which was what my issue was with it.
Yeah.
We talked about Tia Coffee's kind of Robin Hood.
Yes.
Not a massive fan.
No, I didn't.
Red
Until she
hair.
said Robin Hood, I didn't really get Robin
That was
Hood
the
from
same
it.
for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I was Nottingham famous for archery, like when she first.
Yeah, I
said
got like
that.
a weird, slight like Game of Thrones vibe from. I was like, I don't know.
Sagittarius, kind
Right.
of like I
Right,
didn't
totally.
understand.
Yeah,
So disappointing.
yeah.
Ginny Lemon's Worcestershire.
Amazing.
Amazing. Get saucy. Very Ginny Lemon.
Yeah.
Ginny Lemon, again, is just being Ginny
Yeah.
applied to these challenges, which I appreciate.
Which was amazing. Yeah.
Veronica in Lancashire Rose.
Yes.
It was nice. It was a big, gorgeous dress. I think she could have went all the way with the rose theme and had the skirt be layered even, so it looked like petals of a rose.
For me, if anything, I loved the outfit, but then it was the walk with it that kind of then cheapened the look. You didn't need to be doing all of this weird, like, if she would have literally come out, like, hands, like, on the waist and just walked down the runway, it would have been more, like, regal and royal, and it would have, you didn't need all this, like, flapping around. Like, I think that's what ruined it for me.
I think it was, I have this dress, and I'm going to make it work for a theme on Drag Race.
Right.
And I think she didn't feel confident in that dress, which is what all this was about.
Yeah.
But it was a no for me.
Yeah, no.
Sister?
In
Pajamas.
Right.
Confused. Again. Another theme with Sister, that the looks are just confused. Because I can understand this desperate housewife in her rollers, walking around in her pajamas, but then why was her makeup running?
Yeah,
like,
okay.
There's always just too much of an idea that she can't seem to just disassociate it.
Yeah, and just focus on one.
Yeah.
I love the concept, but that, how you mentioned the makeup, I don't understand why.
Yeah. And like a velour tracksuit.
It would have made more sense had she painted on like a face mask with like cucumbers or something like that, and made it really look like you're having a pamper night and you need to quickly rush out of the house. That I would understand. Like, I don't understand. Like the
cucumbers and eat one, and like just make. If you want to make a performance out of it, make it make sense.
Yeah, the rest of the look was I'm getting ready for the night, and the face was the night is already over.
Yes,
like, and that's where the mismatch was for me.
It's always one too many ideas. For me with Sister.
Totally.
One too many sisters.
Too many sisters.
Just call yourself sister.
Listen, sister.
So, Big B, Triple B.
Triple B.
Bimini, Bimini.
Just Triple B, I think.
Triple B,
I like Triple B, that's it.
In the football thing.
Yes. I'm not a football fan, personally. Obviously.
Obviously, for you, I am. Obviously, match of the day.
Of course.
I love.
So I can obviously see that on the pitch. That uniform. I wish footballers would wear that uniform more often.
Yes, Wayne Rooney would look great.
Well, maybe not Wayne Rooney, but
Colleen Rooney.
Better.
Rebecca Vardy. I get the football thing, and I get the outfit, and there was elements of the outfit I liked.
Yes.
I hated the hair.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of the hair with it.
Like, despised the hair.
Wow.
Really strong feelings against the hair.
I was gonna say
and I think if it wasn't for the hair, I'd like the outfit more.
Right.
I think if it had just been like big blonde hair, and like her makeup had just been pretty with maybe like 2 little black stripes on the cheek or something like that.
But then that's where you run into the problem of it being too American football, which is what I saw from the boots. The boots end up looking a bit too like American footballish.
Yes. But I'm glad she had a boot on because that would have been too much skin.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of skin. And for me, like, I love a queen that shows off their body and barely wears anything. Like, I love that. But yeah,
a tight wouldn't have killed her. Just a little stocking.
And then she wouldn't have been so self-conscious about falling out of her leotard.
Yes, which I think ruined the runway walk as well.
Yeah.
I think wear shoes that you can walk in, and wear some tights.
Right.
And then it would have been an okay look. I didn't detest the look.
Again, it was very like Bimini though, with like the like stripper East London vibe. So I do totally get that. Just not a complete hit. For me.
Nor me. And then Lawrence in the Charles René McIntosh latex.
Yes, gorgeous.
Best. Well, it's my second favourite look of the night.
Right. Aftertaste.
Aftertaste.
Right.
Yeah. Taste's look for me was just incredible.
Yeah.
But Lawrence's latex, really good. I got the reference.
For me, Lawrence could have left the boa.
Yes.
I don't think she needed the boa.
Or have the boa made out of latex.
Oh yeah, that would have been more
like
or she had like a crazy like a latex like ruffle like going around like something for the top. I can understand if you don't want to really show your arms. I totally get that, but I don't think she needed like that boa.
Sleeves.
Oh yeah, oh my god,
crazy invention. Yeah. Sleeves.
Welcome to the sleeve.
Yeah, if you don't want to show your, and I get that Lawrence does seem to have a self-confidence issue, and maybe that's what the boa was hiding. A shredded latex boa would have been so much better.
Oh yeah, she could have ditched the boa for me. Yeah. But
if the boa had been latex petals.
Yeah.
Like
oh my god.
Charles René McIntosh petals. See, Lawrence, if you need styling tips, come to us. We'll spruce you up. But again, it's just that level of professionalism. Like, who else is out there wearing a latex gown?
Yeah.
Like,
I know, it was gorgeous.
Yeah. So the judges they called people forward.
Yes, and we thought
yeah.
that was the top and the bottom as well.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
So they sent Tay, Sahara,
Veronica, Cherry, Ginny.
The safe queens, all backstage.
Yes.
And the 6 they had left on stage, I can see some of them being the tops.
Right.
And I can definitely see some of them being the bottoms, but there were some mistakes.
Definitely some mistakes.
So going along the line,
Yeah.
Joe Black,
Yeah.
when the critique started, if I hadn't have
shocked.
seen Michelle ruin Who Went Home First by posting a Nando's on Instagram 6 months ago, I would have been shocked.
Right.
But knowing that Joe Black went home first before the episode, because we'd seen it on Michelle's Instagram.
Yeah.
Watching the episode, I was even more annoyed.
Yeah.
Because there was
Baffled.
no reason for Joe Black to be in the bottom.
No.
I think the gay icon look was impeccable.
Yeah.
Screamed Bowie. And I think the Brighton Pavilion look was just expensive and gorgeous. And for whatever reason, in the bottom.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
It was disappointing. In the words of Jade from Little Mix, it's just disappointing.
It's proper disappointing.
It's just disappointing. But yeah, so next in line, Stina.
Yes.
The judges thought she was gorgeous.
Ate her up.
I agree.
Yeah.
She's stunning.
Yeah.
It'll come to me partway through this season who she reminds me of. She really reminds me of a celebrity. I can't think who. But gorgeous. Wouldn't have put her in the top.
No, yeah, for me, gorgeous, beautiful, good challenge, but I would have put her like as one of the safe queens.
I would have swapped
in a
her
nice
out with
way.
Tace.
Yeah.
I think Tace's Naomi was better.
Right.
And I think Tace's Hometown was better.
Yeah, her hometown was like one of the looks of the night, so I don't understand why she wasn't the top.
But the judges loved her, and we love her, but it just wasn't a top for us.
No.
Next in line was...
I'm a triple B.
Oh yeah, Triple B. Bimini...
Bobbity Boo.
Bimini Bobbity Boo. Yeah, bottom. I can understand.
I get it. Yeah, I understand.
I think the first look, because she chose someone so obscure, it needed to have more of a story to it. And I think, as I've said, the football look wasn't the best.
But for me, she should have been switched out with Veronica Green.
Oh god, yeah, Veronica.
I mean, he should have been safe, and Veronica Green should have been in the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know what the judges were smoking this episode.
Yeah,
it was bizarre.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. Don't see it.
Next was Sister. I agree with Sister. Yeah, the dusty look was dusty.
Yeah.
The hometown look was confused.
Yeah.
But of this lineup, I would have put her in the lip sync over Joe Black.
Yes. Oh yeah, me too.
It should have been Sister.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, like, I just don't understand how Joe Black ended up in that lip sync.
But if you look at even the people who were the bottom 3 this episode, Bimini, Joe, and Sister, of those 3, Joe shouldn't have been in the bottom 2. Even if we rightfully thought Joe deserved to be in the bottom 3.
Right.
Definitely didn't deserve the bottom 2.
No.
Because I think Sister just, it's confused, whereas Joe was thought out.
Yeah, 100%.
Lawrence Cheney next.
Yes.
A rightful top, I think.
Absolutely.
Won the mini challenge.
Yeah.
Won the audience's heart. Won Ru's heart.
Yeah.
One of the best looks of the night.
Yeah.
Both runways. Totally just in it to win it.
Yeah.
By being themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
So, massive Lawrence fan. And then Ellie Diamond, who I think also deserved to be in the top.
Yeah.
I think her hometown look was amazing.
Great.
The Dennis the
Beautiful.
Menace. Some issues with Lily Savage.
Right.
But even so...
But nothing crazy.
Yeah. Definitely a top performer.
Yeah.
So, backstage, Horace playing her games again.
Yeah, she is.
So, Horace, with the other girls, saying that she thought it was the tops and the bottoms.
Right.
And we knew instantly.
I knew instantly someone was going to go, well, who's the top and who's the bottom?
Yeah.
But you knew fine well that was going to happen.
And Ahura publicly announces that she wishes Estina and Tia Coffee were dead. She hates them.
In less words, but yes.
Her and Michelle are going to get a truck.
Yeah.
They're going to put
They're
Joe
together,
Black,
they're in this
Estina,
together.
Tia Coffee, and Lily Savage on it, and they're going
They're in
to
this together.
drive it off the edge of a cliff. They're going to
Yeah.
Velma and Louise, though.
Yeah.
That's what she
I
wants.
could understand if things had been like managed like production wise, like through the
Yeah.
producers, if they were like, you asked this question, you asked that, but for it to all just be a horror for that one episode,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I feel like some of it is instigated purely from your end. Like,
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what she wants.
but I mean, and you know, a lot of people are going to love to watch that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we loved watching it, but I was just kind of like, whoa, this is the first episode. Like, first, like, in the workroom, and now, like, in Untucked as well. I was like, just hold it, like, rein it in.
I would not want to be in that room.
No.
And I think...
I mean, she held her own. It wasn't like she, like, buckled or
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
She was like, well, you're shit and whatever.
And your
like,
hair's a mess.
Yeah.
And we all think
Thirsty,
it, but
yeah.
we're not saying it in your face.
We all think it, but I haven't spoken to anyone yet, but we all think it, and I know it.
I've not even met these girls,
Yeah.
but I know that they think your hair needs a
Yeah.
drink. Like,
100%. Yeah, that's exactly.
and
that's
then the
it.
girls all go on about Estina wearing off the rack.
Right.
And being on the main stage, and they're unsure why.
Right.
And my highlight of the episode was Ginny Lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, well, I think you're all just scared of it.
Yeah.
And just brutally
You could have ended
calling
the
her out.
episode there, like,
Yeah, I would have been
rattlesnake
done.
noise.
And then Joe Black wouldn't have went home and we would have been happy. Like, but yeah, like
Amazing.
Ginny again, just there to be
Cost
Ginny.
out. Yeah.
I'm getting to be quite the fan of Ginny.
Yeah. Love
After one
Ginny.
episode, I'm just like,
Love
yeah.
Ginny.
So we go back to the main stage
Yes.
and we find out the bottom two is Triple B
Triple B.
and Joe B.
And Joe B. Yeah. And you know,
Yeah.
shit's gonna hit the fan.
So they do not a great lip sync song, I don't think.
No.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a meh song.
Yeah.
I think some of the songs they get for the UK track, I think they think we listen to stuff that isn't Dua Lipa
Yeah.
and Kim Petras. But we
Right.
do. We
But
like
we do.
those people.
Yeah, we do.
But how
Not a
do you
great
think the lip
song.
sync went? Who do you think won the lip sync?
For me, I feel like they were both kind of on par with each other. They both had like their moments, really.
I think had Joe not fumbled the words when he was in the lift.
In the lift, yeah.
He could have won the lip sync.
Yeah. Had Joe have completely like looked Michelle in the eyes, recited all of the words as that was going on, I think I would have stood up and like screamed and cheered.
Yeah.
Like that would have been like the fuck you bitch moment.
100%.
But yeah.
So I think based on the lip sync, the right person went home.
Right.
But I think based on the episode, the wrong person went home.
Joe shouldn't have been there speaking with.
But yeah. So exciting times. That's episode 1.
Yeah, that's episode 1 done. Crazy.
Who's your standout so far? Who do you think, if I said now, put money on it, who's going to win?
Right. For me, it's Lawrence Chaney.
Yeah.
Lawrence Chaney, yeah, it has to just be Lawrence. I love Lawrence. I love Lawrence. I love Ellie. Let's see if that silhouette continues.
Yeah.
Ginny Lemon, obviously, going to be amazing. Tace,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to come from Tace. Estina, I'd like to see some more like crazy like drag looks.
I don't think I wouldn't hold your breath for them.
No,
I don't think they're
know.
going to come.
No, I know.
But I think it's such a strong cast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on a cast with these girls.
No, not at all. And it is again what I was saying. That like so many of them are so put together and so
Yeah.
beautiful, and they're all such goofballs. It is hard to pick them apart because they are such all rounders.
100%.
But for me, it's Lawrence Chaney.
I'm going to be curious to see how this season goes.
Yes.
Knowing we're going to have a COVID outbreak
Right.
kind of halfway through.
Yeah.
And see where the mindsets change and what's going to happen.
Right.
But I think we're gearing up for some good TV.
Oh yeah, I think it's
Or
going to
some
be
good
amazing.
telly.
A roller coaster.
As we would say.
A telly.
Good bit of telly. But
Yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster. I can't wait.
Yes. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Episode
It was
1,
fun.
Drag Race UK Season 2. We'll be back here. Not we. I'll be back here next week with a fabulous new guest for episode 2. See you all there. Bye. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to tell them that.
Yeah, and apparently you've got to make them hit the little bell icon now.
Oh, just fucking hit the bell. It
Hit
takes
the
2
bell.
seconds, man.
Hit the bell. Boop the bell. But
Oh,
yeah.
you've got to tell them because they're forgetful, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, yes. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, follow me on Instagram, walk your dog, wash your hair every other day.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Stay safe. 2
Wear a
meters
mask.
apart. Wear a mask.
Um,
Smile.
yes, because you're probably sat at home on furlough. Turn the camera off now.
Of course he's asleep. How did he fucking fall asleep?
Is he asleep?
How did he fall asleep through that?
Alexa, turn downstairs on.
We're icons. We're legends. How did you fall asleep through that?
Are you awake?
Are you awake? Are you awake now? Alexa, floodlights. Helicopter sounds. Police.